My fault. My damn phone keeps turning off or the memory's full. I have like at least like 100 videos of me just singing. And I feel like that's another reason why a lot of folks don't like me. Because I'm so comfortable with myself and being who I am and doing what I want that a lot of people can't do it themselves. A lot of people are afraid of what others are going to think of them. It really doesn't matter because we came into this world alone, we're going to die alone. As long as we're happy with who we are, that's really all that matters. As long as we do the things that we want to do, we like uh yeah. As long as we do the things we want to do, then there really is um, no reason why you should care what anyone else thinks of you. And that's just my opinion. That's my philosophy. That's what I live by. That's what I'll always live by. That's what I stand by. Because, like I said, like I've gone through a lot of shit in my life. The devil tried to come in and take away my voice and take away my confidence, and I gained it all back all through the power of God. You know, I didn't do it on my own. I couldn't do it on my own. Like I said, many are called, few are chosen. Few are gonna step up to the occasion. Few are gonna actually do what it requires you to do to break out, break free. And that all is gonna lead back to you getting the weird treatment from people not liking you, people yeah. It's all just gonna come from that. I just saw a pizza delivery guy in a fucking Challenger. Like, what are you doing, dude? Probably should have, spent the money on something else. Maybe an online course to better yourself, to do something that's not gonna have you driving that nice ass car around delivering pizza. And hey, it can be me one day. I can be delivering pizza. Things can go sideways for me. But I'm not gonna let that happen because I got the power of God and I know what God called me to do and I know what my purpose is. A lot of people lack that knowledge of what their purpose really is, and it'll lead you to the unknown, you know? And I've been there. I've been in a position where I didn't know what I was doing, didn't know really where I was going, didn't know what my calling was. But I broke free. I broke free, I would say. I put in the work to get a job that was a career actually that at the time was serving me well. Then after about 7 years of being in that one career, it's like God kind of called me to do something else, and here we are. It's been a journey. It hasn't been easy getting there. I haven't had an actual job in probably around 2.5 to 3 years, probably 2 years and like 9 months. I haven't had an actual job where I got like a boss and whatnot. I've been really just following the footsteps of wherever God's directing me, what He's telling me to do. And like I said, man, it hasn't always been this way. It's been a journey. It's not been easy. It's been a lot of trials, tribulations, unknowns, a lot of setbacks, a lot of comebacks. I've had some great comebacks in this little journey I'm in. It's only the beginning of my journey, but I've had some good comebacks, some bad setbacks, some very bad setbacks, you know? And right now I'm in my comeback season because I just kind of experienced a bit of a setback, and God opened up another door for me to make my steps through, but it hasn't been easy. It's taken a lot of my own personal work and personal perseverance and a lot of confusion, a lot of unknown, a lot of tears, a lot of anger, a lot of confusion again. Like it's been an emotional journey, but You can't live your life off emotion. You gotta live your life off logic and what's gonna be the best for you. And I feel like when you're chosen, those decisions have to be made. You gotta make those hard decisions that are gonna either take you this way or that way. And if you follow what you believe is gonna be right for you, and you follow God and follow His wishes and His commands and live your life the way that He literally wrote for all of us in the book of the Bible. I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm not holier than thou, like I still fucking cuss. I still do bad shit. I try not to, but I mean, I'm human. I'm still human. I like to say I'm an astronaut every now and then. I'm not from this planet because I believe I'm not. But I've fallen victim to the world, fallen victim to really the way of the world. I'm not I'm not perfect. And I gotta realize, like, hey, I'm only in the world, I'm not of it. Which is another reason why I believe I'm not, or I believe I'm from a different planet. That may sound a bit weird to some people, but whatever. Can't really care what anyone else thinks of you. I'm just living my life the way that feel like I'm being called to live it, and that's really all I gotta say about that. Not sure if I'll post this video. I feel like I've been kind of rambling about really nothing. I've been kind of going in circles, maybe. And maybe I'll watch it back and see what's up with it, but probably post it. I don't get many views on my videos anyway, so it is what it is. But I'm definitely not done talking for the day. Still got a bunch of things to do. And I'm gonna make it happen. Definitely gonna make it happen. Gotta clean a bunch of stuff. Clean, put all my clothes away, get everything situated. Because like I said, I just moved in. Everything is mainly still like in boxes and in my suitcase. I got my bed delivered yesterday. My mattress thankfully came in the first day I moved in. I didn't sleep on it though. I have an air mattress that I brought. I let this thing sit for like 2 days, 3 days, and last night was the night before last night was my first night sleeping on it. So it was about 3 days to sit by itself, which is good. I'm pretty sure that's what they recommend, like 3 days. Don't hold me to that because I'm not completely sure, but yeah, man, I just want to hop on here and talk about kind of what I'm going through, I guess. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about me much, but here we are. But yeah, I expect a few more videos coming from me, probably in the same outfit, because why not? I'm going to record more today and just talk about more things. I need some topics to speak about. I think maybe I'll kind of share my testimony with people, share what I've been through, share where I'm at, share the trials, the tribulations, the setbacks, the comebacks, all that. Like I said, I'm currently in comeback season, and this time is going to be the time that people, or that really my family and I have been waiting for, because I'm on a path that no one in my family's ever been on. I doubt that they even know anyone that's taken this path of life. So I'm definitely like the odd one out, the ostracized one, the one that everyone thinks is crazy for having this belief, having these thoughts, having this everything, because it's not normal for my family. We come from a small country in Panama. I was born here in the U.S., but we come from a small country, you know, very impoverished country. Parents never had a lot, but they gave, you know, me and my siblings. They tried to give us everything we ever wanted, and now I think it's my time to repay them for that. Because while my life hasn't always been easy, I never really wanted for anything except for things of my own desire, like dirt bikes and skateboards and fucking scooters and bikes and shit. But as far as like clothes on my back, roof over my head, food to eat in my belly, I never had to go without that stuff. And I really thank my parents very deeply for that. Because life is not easy. It's not easy out here, man. And now I feel like they're at an age where it's like, you guys gotta live. You guys did all this work for us. Now it's time for somebody to return the favor. And that somebody's gonna be me because who else gonna do it? I have 3 siblings. And don't get me wrong, they can do it as well, but you know, 2 of my siblings have families of their own that they gotta provide for. One sibling of mine is kind of ostracized like me, but I feel like he is kind of doing that on his own. Like he's making the decision to be ostracized. Me, I'm not. Yeah, I did move out of state, move away from my family, but I still try to, you know, speak to my mom. I wouldn't say daily, but maybe every like 2 or 3 days. I try to give her a call. That nigga hasn't he hasn't called my parents in a while. But it's like, damn, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, you gotta realize, like, our parents are older. You know, my mom is 61 years old. My dad's like 58, something like that. And it's like, we never know when our last days are gonna be. I can die tomorrow. They can, God forbid. You know? So it's like, we gotta cherish these moments we have with the people that love us, and the people that really got us to where we're at, because I would not be where I'm at if it wasn't for my parents putting in the hard work and grinding for me. Not just for me, but for the family, you know? So I'm very thankful, and it's like now I gotta return the favor and do really what they did. But now it's like times are a lot different. Inflation is through the fucking roof. And they're still working, and that's not acceptable, you know? I want them to be able to enjoy their life, the life they have left. Not saying they have a little bit of life left, definitely not. But they need to be able to enjoy. And don't get me wrong, they do enjoy, but I feel like they'd enjoy a lot more if they were working to pay bills, pay their mortgage, pay this, pay that. So that's kind of like the journey I'm on now, is really just helping my parents release that burden. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of my hard work. And don't get me wrong, I gotta, you know, gotta do this for ultimately myself, but it's also gonna be for my loved ones. I have no family. I don't got no kids yet. Don't got no wife. Not even a girlfriend. I'm alone most of the time, like I was saying. So it's like, what else can I do? Why would I want to save up a bunch of money? Like, yeah, I got bills I gotta pay off and shit, and you know, I plan to do big things in my life, but I'm so young that it's like, dude, I have so much life ahead of me, and if I keep on this path, then if I stay on this path, then I mean, shit, man, I don't even know what. It's really unfathomable. Like I feel like I'm so far ahead of my peers, like on a knowledge basis and on a profession basis, that it's like, man, it's crazy to think about where I'll be at in like 5 years from now with all the skills I've developed over the years. It's just crazy to think about. Like, yeah, I know I kind of said I don't want to speak about my profession and what I do, but I'll give you guys a little bit of a dibble dabble. Started off with air conditioning, did that for about 7 years. But let me backtrack. Before I did air conditioning, I was just bouncing from job to job to job to job to job to job to job. I probably had like 30 jobs in my life. quit damn near like probably 29 of them. Not gonna lie, I quit a lot of my jobs because, for one, I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being micromanaged by really anyone. So it caused me to jump around and bounce around a whole lot in my younger years. It was just something about like having a job that I was not resonating with at all. And I feel like that was kind of God's way of telling me, like, hey man, you're not meant for this. You're not meant to be anyone's employee. You're meant to do your own thing, have your own little gig going on. But then I found air conditioning, did that for about 7 years. That was cool because I wasn't really micromanaged. Had my own van, drive around from house to house. If I needed help, I'd hop on the phone, call somebody up, like, yo, what do I do on this? And I was probably doing that for like the first year. I didn't know shit. I lied on my resumes. Like, yeah, I know how to do that. I can do this, do that, this, that. I couldn't do any of that shit, but I did learn over time through the grace of YouTube and also the grace of God giving me the steps to ask the right people to get the right work done. Then after I did that for about 7 years, like kind of got tired of it, and then I was like, you know what? Something else. Something's got to change, man. There's got to be something else out there for me. You know, I didn't feel like me working every day was not even working every day, but doing HVAC and air conditioning every day. I don't feel like that was my calling. I feel like my calling was having my own business. And when the COVID hit, I quit my job. I got fired actually, but I kind of quit, if you want to say. Let's see what I do. I lived like probably 50 miles away from my job, and I just got really fucking tired of it. And you know, the days were getting super fucking long. Traffic was bad. They had me running calls like at probably 4 p.m. and I started at 8. And having me on a call at 4 p.m. that's like right by the border of the state I was in, which is like probably 100 miles from my house. They're gonna drive in traffic all the way home, spend like an hour and a half, 2 hours in traffic in the car, get home, not that much time to really do anything except for eat, go to sleep, and do the same bullshit over again the next day. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I really don't want to do this. I'm really tired of doing this. And I kind of made that known to, you know, my dispatchers, my boss, the owner of the company. Like, why am I doing this? I live the furthest away than any of the other techs here, and y'all got me running a call in Chula Vista at 4 p.m. and I live in damn near Marietta. Like, what are you doing? Like, why? No. So, I remember specifically there was one day, oh, they tried to make me run a call deep in San Diego, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. It's gonna be like 2 hours of a drive home with traffic, and I'm not willing to do that. And she was like, you're not doing it? And I was like, no. Like, we're on the phone. She's like, you're not doing it? I'm like, I'm not, no. And then probably like 2 weeks after, those 2 weeks in between though, like kind of the same shit. I was being very lackadaisical and not really wanting to do much of anything. And one day they called me in and, you know, they let me go. But I was kind of already like, I was already on my way out. So I didn't really care. Um, so during that time of COVID, I started kind of doing my own thing, doing my own air conditioning locally around my area, you know, for friends and offer up and for anyone that needed any kind of air conditioning, like family friends or whatever, you know, and I was very fair price, so I had a decent amount of work, you know, because it was all profit. So even like the low price that I charge, I was still making more than what I would make fucking at my damn employment. It's like, damn, bruh, crazy. Now I would see what they would charge niggas, like looking at their invoices, like, fuck, you charging them that much for that? And I'm getting that much? Like, nah. I could not do it no more. And I'm not really even one that's really all about money. but it just didn't make sense. It felt like I was getting the short end of the fucking stick on everything. So I decided to just kind of go on my own, pack up my car, put my tools in the car, just make my own rounds around the area. I made some good money. I did make some good money. Made like probably 10,000 my first summer, and that was a 8 to 10,000 I want to say. And that was a good little gig I had going on. But I wasn't smart with my money at all. Spent all of it on dumb shit, mainly food for me and my girlfriend at the time. So I really didn't see much of that money, and a lot of it was also reinvested back into the business to like buy parts, buy tools, buy things that I'd most likely need. Um, but some things I never used, so it wasn't the best decision at the time. But hey, man, it's all a learning experience. I'm still learning. I'm still going through things. So after I did that, I got into real estate. Did real estate for about a year and a half, 2 years. No, about a year and a half. I was working for another company. I'm skipping over a bunch of shit. So after COVID, after that summer, I was like, yeah, I kind of need a job. Got a job. First day on the job, I got fucking hurt. Tore my ACL. Tore like all the ligaments in my knee. So I was out for like 4 months. Got surgery, repaired most of everything. I still don't got a anterior meniscus to my left knee, but it's not causing me any issues now. I'm sure when it does cause issues, I'll have a lot more money than I have now, and I'll be able to get my damn knee replaced or whatever the case may be. But found me another job, ended up quitting that. Went through like probably 2 other jobs in air conditioning. Found my home at one place. Was there for maybe 4 months, and then I got COVID. And when I got COVID, I was like, man, like, why am I doing this? Why am I going into these people's houses and fucking with their air quality? Because, like, that's where all the sickness will be. And, like, me getting COVID just put that on my mind. Like, why am I doing this? I should not be doing this. So that's when I kind of got a little familiar with real estate. My brother-in-law kind of ushered and opened the door for me. So I'm very thankful for that. He gave me software. He wasn't doing what I was doing. I was doing my kind of own thing that no one was doing. It was just kind of the odd way to do things. But I was wholesaling at the time, and no one else, or he didn't. Well, he did know about wholesaling, but he's never done it, obviously. But then I hopped into it. I found some success doing it. Closed about 9 deals. First year, I got about 7. Yeah, 7 the first year. Ended up moving out to San Antonio, Texas. After my third deal, I moved out there. Closed one more when I got out there. Shit happened. Didn't like the area. So I took it on the chin and moved back to my parents' house. As soon as I got back to my parents' house, I closed one more deal. Like as soon as I got back, and then as the year went on, I scraped together 2 more deals that weren't that big. And then, the year was over. So I ended that year with 7 deals. And then that was last year. Beginning of this year, started off this year. Came into it with 2 deals that were ready to close. One went smooth, one did not go so smooth at all. At fucking all. But at that time, I was also training for insurance because the same brother-in-law that got me into real estate had a buddy that was doing insurance, and he kind of lobbed me that insurance gig, and since then it's been history. So I've been doing insurance for the past 9 months, and there's so many different facets in insurance that you can do. So many different facets. I'm only in one facet, and I haven't even mastered it yet. So man, I just kind of wanted to share my testimony. And now I'm here in Houston, Texas. Um, I'm in my comeback season. Things are going well for me, and yeah, I just want to keep this up. It's getting dark outside, lights going down, so that's gonna be it for now. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to my 25 minutes of me just rambling. So expect some more videos from me. I'm gonna be diving more into really what I'm going through. I'm not sure if I'll talk much about work, 'cause I really don't want to. I really don't. I want this to just be a channel for the chosen people that go through the same trials and tribulations that I've gone through. So yeah, peace. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. Or if you don't want to, it's up to you. Peace.